What's up, fam? Extraordinary Life with Elijah, and you're watching this video on Sunday, May 31st, 2026 at 10:50 a.m. MST. And today, Avery and Bishop are my extras, and I am the ordinary. Friends, you have done so much to speak identity and worth into my life. And I'm so thankful for both of you. Both of you have had a unique imprint on my life that I wouldn't be the same without. That your fingerprints of love in my life have helped to shape and mold my person further into the full expression of who I am. And I thank God for both of you. Friends, as you know from the video that I recorded last week, back in 2022, working with Avery to produce her vision video for her midwifery company was such a pleasure. It was such a joy to get to walk alongside of her and to give voice to her vision that she had. Now, out of that conversation, as I had shared, that she had said, Elijah, you're like a midwife of the destinies of the people around you, which, was so refining and defining for my own vision for my life, for my own passions, that she ministered to me in the same way that I had ministered to her. It was such a blessing. And then out of that last conversation that we had, as soon as we had turned off the cameras and we're just sitting around chatting together, and then I shared again, like that phrase that I had shared at the beginning of my vision of season 7, that my passion is so much related to helping people see themselves with love, that we are to love our neighbor as we love ourselves. And therefore, if we're running ourselves down, if we're not thinking highly of ourselves, if we hate ourselves on camera, we can't stand the sound of our voice, and we're just stupid, and we have no vision and nobody wants to listen to us, then if that's how I'm loving myself, then how is that affecting my love for others? And so I had already said that. And then as I went all the way back to the very beginning of Extraordinary Life with Elijah, the 3rd episode on Sunday, August 20th, 2020, that I said, I am a content creator, that the vision was in place, clear from the very beginning of Extraordinary Life, that I'm a content creator, but that until the Father reveals truth to us by His Spirit, we can't hear what it is that we're saying or what the Father is saying to us. I've been 6 years, 3 months, and 17 days to this point to finally understand I am a content creator. Friends, in that in-between space of videos, which starts in 8 to 10 hours, sniff, chat between the making of the videos, in that in-between time, that it became clear, I am a content creator. Never take for granted the in-between spaces. That very often the most profound moments are when we're in the middle of our miracle, that we haven't reached the end of our miracle yet, that we're in the middle of a miracle, and that we're in that place of waiting and waiting and waiting. And often that's the place where God speaks. I was there in that space, reminiscing about our conversation together. I am a content creator, that it became clear that my heart's passion is to create content within people with who they are. As a result of these videos that I make for you, and seeing the extra and the ordinary of my everyday life, and sharing that with you, serving to please the Father's heart, to impart grace to you so that you can know Him more, that my goal is to impart greater content in every person that I get to encounter with themselves. As I make videos for people, tell their stories, and then get to show it to them, and they see their videos and say, wow, like I look so good. I have a powerful voice. Like, wow, I really enjoy myself. Yes, and a lot of other people do too. Now, love your neighbor as much as you love yourself. You're a powerful person. Be confident in the good works that you have to do. Now, that same week that I got to make the video for Avery, I was just finishing it up. I got to go out and hang out with my friend Bishop. And as we chatted together, we talked about this concept of reciprocal authorability, that as each of us rolls into a place of receiving and releasing and giving and serving, that there are things that we release that are as easy as breathing for us to others that just absolutely rocks their world. And then as time goes on, that those roles reverse and that we get to serve one another then in reverse ways. It was such a celebration as I talked with Bishop that there was a wonderful encounter that he and I had where he very simply and easily took his CAD program and drew the graphic that I have for reproductive respiration. He busted that thing out in like 5 minutes or less and just blew my mind. It was such a breakthrough moment for me. I was so passionate about the affirmation and the information that he was able to impart to me through the very simple use of his gifts and skills that I had this meltdown moment and just about broke a door at a coffee shop. I was gonna kick the door with everything that I had. I picked up a chair. I was getting ready to throw it before I realized what I was doing. I was so messed up in that moment. The joy, the passion, again, the affirmation and the information that I gleaned out of that one moment, a very simple exercise of my friend's gift rocked my world. I was in that space where we relived that moment that I remember Bishop said to me, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. You did everything. You had studied for 12, 16 years. It was your graphic. You're the one that fired yourself up. And there it is, my own gifts coming back to me to minister grace to me. You see, the graphic was in me. I housed the graphic. They were my good works to do. But as all of that was inside of me and I breathed it out to my friend Bishop, and he did what comes very natural and normal for him. It's his ordinary everyday gift, threw it in his CAD program, breathed it back to me, and absolutely rocked my world in my understanding and knowledge of the Father more. Now, in that space of that information and affirmation, it created such content in me of all of the things that I had longed for, the things that I had battled through questions and doubts and wondering through the darkness of mystery, trying to find revelation. But in that moment of content that my friend Bishop created for me, a graphic that I could see, that in that moment of his creation of content, he released massive content in me that I am content in who I am. All of us are content creators. And as I talked about in my final release of I am now a content creator, all of us are creating content, from the clothes that we wear, to the words that we say, to the food that we cook, to the children that we birth, from the companies that we build. We're all content creators, but that the orientation of our lives is that as we do what comes very natural and ordinary for us, that it's to be the overflow back to other people, to be content creators for others. This is nothing new for me. It's just been reaffirmed that there was more information and affirmation that came from my friend Avery. More information and affirmation that came from my friend Bishop, both exercising their gifts to please the Father's heart, to impart grace to me so that I can know him more. All along from day one, I have been a content creator, content in myself to exercise the gifts that I have. And if I'm the only one who ever sees these videos, I'm content in that. There's nothing missing. I'm not pressing forward for something that I don't yet have. I have plenty of hope, and I'm moving forward from sufficiency to pursue you in love. But I want to affirm here in this video on Sunday, May 31st, 2026 at 10:50 a.m. MST that my purpose is to serve to please the Father's heart, through the exercise of my gifts to impart grace to you so that you can know him more. And that in knowing the Father more, that you could know yourself more, be more content in who you are, and be more empowered to love those around you, to cause content to grow in them as well. If you subscribe to what I am doing, then hit the button, hit it, and then get it. Hit the bell as well so that you get notified with the new content. And if you loved this video, you didn't just like it, then hit that thumbs down button. I pray blessings on our lives together. I love you guys lots. And I will see you in the next video, which starts now. And we are going to do a bunch of math. Yes. A bunch of math because I love it. It makes my brain happy. Hopefully it doesn't involve any elevations of Mount Everest. And if it does, hopefully I have them correct. If you haven't seen that video, I'll post it here. I always forget where the card lives. Oh man. Yes, I am a content creator. Avery, thank you so much for the affirmation of my identity. I am a midwife of the destinies of the people around me. So beautiful. Thanks, friend. What's up, fam? Extraordinary Life with Elijah. And this week, Azriela is my extra and I am the ordinary.